Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be talking about the September 2012 ban list, and these are my personal predictions and what I think will be great for the game, as well as, maybe what could possibly get hit. So I got a lot of cards I want to talk about, so let's get right into it. So first off, Stratos for being banned. I really feel like you have your triple E call, you have Reinforcement Army, you can add Alias, that's not a problem. And I feel like Stratos is just more abusable because its effect activates when it's normal or special summon, like, you have Leviair, and on top of that, if you open up with Stratos and you're playing like Bubble Heroes, if Stratos is the only monster you have in your hand, and you have Monster Reborn, you can set everything and go Stratos, add Bubbleman, special summon Bubbleman, Exceed for Blade Armor Ninja, detach Stratos to the graveyard, Reborn Stratos, summon Stratos, Stratos add Bubbleman, and then you just special summon the Bubbleman, and you have 2 Blade Armor Ninjas that can each attack twice, and that's over 8,000 damage, and that's pretty good, I'd say. And on top of that, E-Heroes are really good in OCG, so this could be a contender to be banned, because as you guys know, OCG is what we kind of reference from more than the TCG as far as the ban list. Next card that should be banned, in my opinion, Card Destruction. If Dark Worlds open up with this, I'm sure it's happened to you, and they go Card Destruction, and you're like, oh. And then they have a whole bunch of monsters in the hand, they just plus too much. And I feel like this card's just way too good. I know Morphine Jar is good as well, but the thing is, Morphine Jar can't be activated essentially first turn. You gotta set it, and you gotta wait. Whereas this card just can be explosive, and you're just like, you basically lose. And yeah, it's unfortunate. Next card up for being banned, Future Fusion. Now, people were saying 5-headed or this, and I feel like it's probably going to be this, or it could be, 5-headed, because I feel like, 5-headed is just going to get reprinted, so I feel like, why would they kind of hit that? I feel like Future Fusion might be the card if they're going to hit anything, and obviously, if Chaos Dragons open up with this, yeah. And again, Heroes being really good in OCG, and they do run Future Fusion over there, and I think that, over here, we don't really play Future Fusion in our hero builds. Most of the ones that I've seen, they don't play Future Fusion. I feel like this card's just really good. And, with the Dark Evil coming out with Zephyros, this can be abused a lot more, and I think that this could be a contender to be banned. Next card that would be banned, I'm going to say, is Gateway. And you're wondering, why Gateway? 6 Samurais haven't done anything. Yes, but wait until the Constellar comes out, and they can really do some crazy stuff, because 6 Samurais will be able to loop you now, and that's going to be insane, because 6 Samurais are a pretty good deck, plus, like, anything that makes Xian first turn, and but basically anything that loops I just feel like needs to go, and I'm sure you guys agree with that. If you open up with this plus 2 things that can add the Bushido counters to, you can loop your opponent's hand, and any loop is just, it's not healthy for the game. And on top of that, this card's just way too good. If you open up with this in 6 Samurais, and you have like 6 Unites, and you have keys on, like, you can still go off even if they bail your Kageki, and that's a really good card. Monster Reborn, really good card, and I feel like the problem with this card is, I know every deck can run it, so it's like kind of balanced in that sense, but the problem with this card is that if I summon my Dragonfly and you activate Solemn Warning, and I just go, okay, I'll get back Dragonfly, and you're like, oh. And like, that's the problem. And I feel like this card's just way too good. When your opponent answers what you have, you just Reborn, and there's no cost to this, there's no like setup to it, and being able to get your opponent's monster just makes it like way more unfair, because you can think, I've reborn someone's Hornet before and then overlaid with it, so then they couldn't have Hornet, and it's just kind of funny sometimes. Next up, Black Soldier. He should be self-explanatory. He's just way too good. He removes stuff face down. Like, come on, Chaos Sorcerer is at 3, and on top of going back to Monster Reborn real quick, Call of the Haunted's at 3. You should be able to reborn what you want from your own graveyard, and like it's Call of Haunted's at 3, and Chaos Sorcerer's at 3. Why is this here? Like, this card's just way too good. And next, we're going to get into cards I think that could go to 1, and I think that would be okay for the game. So first off, Royal Oppression. This card's really good. We have MST at 3. Come on, like, Oppression is just really good. I know it shuts down Exceeds. That's why I feel like it probably won't come back for a while. But we have triple MST, we have Heavy, and Royal Oppression is just a really good card. This is the Dark Armed, or this is, well, Dark Armed's not even good anymore. Like, this is like the Monster Reborn of anti-meta. It's like, this is the card that they want to have, and this is their tour guide. Like, this is the card they want to open up with, and like, once they open up with this, I know it can shut down your deck. But the thing is, this card is a continuous, so if someone activates this, you can just chain MSC and it goes away, and they still have to pay the 800 because it's a cost. And I feel like, this card's just really good in anti-meta, and anti-meta you really can't really do much right now. The game's just way too fast for it. Next up, cards that can go to 1. I feel like Spore can go to 1. We'll just leave Glow Bulb gone, but Spore, it is more conditional as far as what deck you need to play, and on top of that, you do have to play plants. Plus, look at him, he's too cute to ban. Next up, Levier. I feel like this is the only Exceed that can kind of essentially go to 1. People will argue like maybe Zen mains, but like I feel like if anything should be hit, I feel like Levier would be the most appropriate thing to hit. Just because if they bottomless it, you don't have any access for another one. If they're warning it, you don't have access to another one. I feel like this card definitely could be at 1. Oh, another card I forgot to mention. I just remembered. Pot of Avarice could be a contender also to be banned. Next up, Insectors. We're going to do Dragonfly. People will say Hornet. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you hit. It just something in Insectors obviously needs to be hit. Just because in the OCG, again, we get our list from OCG essentially. And this card's just way too good. I mean, I played Insectors. I know how good this card is. And it is pretty unfair. Next up, this is supposed to be Snow. I don't have any Dark Worlds, but basically I feel like Snow is a card that can go to 1. I mean, it searches out everything. You could Snow for Snow. Like, most of the cards, like, you can search everything except for this card. And, like, Snow just is able, you can search for Snow, you can search for, like, the gates, and then, like, it's just problematic. Dark Worlds are really good. And obviously, yeah, Silva, probably not the greatest. I mean, it opens up Exceeds. But, yeah, this is supposed to be Snow. Next up, for 1 I have Lagia. I mean, you can put Dino Rabbit, maybe, I'm sorry, Rescue a Rabbit at 2, or maybe like Lagia at 1. I mean, Lagia at 2 won't really do anything, basically, because if they make 2 Lagia, you basically lose it anyways, generally. But the thing is, like, something just needs to be hitting Dino Rabbits, and I feel like either Lagia or, Rescue a Rabbit. But I feel like Rescue Rabbit, it promotes Exceeding, and they probably won't hit that. That's why I feel like maybe Lagia at 1. It could hurt the deck just a little bit. Next up, Red Ace Darkness Metal for being a card that could go to 1. Just because Gustav Max is just way too good, and I feel like it's possible that they won't hit this card just because, they want to promote Gustav Max, and so, I don't know, it could be an option as well. And this card, also does promote, Heretics, so Heretics really need this card to function, and I feel like this is maybe why it could stay at, like, 2. Like, at 2, I think the deck would function perfectly fine. It's still, same thing with Chaos Dragons, it won't really hurt them if they put this card at 2, but at 1, it will hurt those decks. Next up, your cards being at 1, Zen Mighty. I really don't care what they do with the wind-up loop. They just need to stop the wind-up loop in general. And so, like, Hunter or this, just go away. Just one of them to go away. This could go to 1, Hunter can get banned. Either way, just the loop needs to go, and I'm sure you guys agree with that because that's not fun. Next up, I want to talk about... Oh, we forgot this card. Well, we forgot another card too, but Tsukiyomi, I feel like this card can go to 2, go to like 1. Like, this card really doesn't do anything. I don't think this card will affect them at all. The best thing that this can really do is book a Moon of Dark Arm and attack over Dark Arm. That's really about one of the best plays you can do with Tsukiyomi. And then it goes back to your hand, so your field's open, basically. And I feel like this card, it's just, it's 1100 attack, 1400 defense. It's not the strongest thing in the world, so I feel like Tsukiyomi is definitely a contender to come back into the game. Now, next up for cards that can go to 2, and I feel like Book of Moon is a card that can go to 2. It's a pretty fair card. It's a neg 1, but it's a pretty good negative 1, and it's just overall really good because I mean you attack, they do prison, you just chain it, and I feel like this card's really good. And like Lance is at 3, so I mean and I feel like Lance is like a really good card too. And I feel like this card, it is good. I know it stops Exceeds, so that's probably why it might not go to 2 or 3. I don't think it'll go to 3. I think if anything, it might be at 2. I think it'd be pretty decent for the game. Next up, Light Pulsar can go to 2. It can go to 1 as well. I just feel like this deck is really good. If they put Red as Darkness Metal at 1, that will hurt the deck as well. So I don't know if they want to put this at 2 or 1. Let me know what you guys think on that as well. Next up, Earth for being at 2. I think Earth at 2 would be relatively fair. I don't think 3. 3 would be like way too good, and I feel like if they put this card at 2 and then drop Hyperion down to 2, that'll be like, it'll kind of make people go like, oh, they're putting agents back, but then they'll kind of take a hit as well. So I think this card at 2 is relatively fair, and they could possibly put Hyperion back at 2. I don't think they'll do that. They'll probably just put this card at 2. This and Striker as well. I feel like Striker is another card that could definitely go to 2 because like, what is Striker? What has TG's really been doing? Next up, we have Rekindling. Now, in OCG, Lavals are out, so first turn Quasar Dragon, like, no one really wants to play against that, and I'm sure if anyone goes first turn Quasar, you basically lose. Like, it's really hard to come out of a Quasar, especially first turn, unless you've activated Maxi against them, or you maybe DD-crowed their target to stop their play. But anytime where your opponent goes first turn Quasar, it's like, oh, darn, I kind of lost this game. Game 2. But yeah, Rekindling go to 2 or go to 1. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Next up, another card I feel like could go to 2 possibly is Gale, and people like Blackwings, and then like people are saying Black Whirlwind or Kalut, but I feel like Gale promotes Exceeding, and Gale's just overall pretty solid. It's an overall card that can be ran in a lot of decks, and I think a lot of decks do still type 1 Gale, and it's just an overall pretty solid card. But I feel like I really don't like Kalut at 2. I really dislike Kalut. Kalut and Honest are cards where I really dislike, because if you summon a monster and you attack into them, they get to go way more plus because your field is blank now, and on top of that, they've dealt damage to you, and it's just way too good. And Gale's just overall really good card as well. I know that you can go Gale, well, you summon Sirocco, then you go special, and like you can absorb and attack for game, but like pretty much at that point, I mean, they could just run Sirocco, the 1700 one, and then they could just kind of absorb it anyways. And I feel like Gale is just overall really solid. And it does promote Exceeds as well. And more cards that can go to 2. Super Poly and Miracle Fusion. I feel like with the Dark E-Hero coming out, and Heroes just being really good in OCG, I feel like either one of these can go to 2, and I think the deck will be perfectly fine. You can still run E-Heroes. But I feel like Stratos is definitely something that would hurt a little bit, because that card is ridiculous. But yeah, these cards are contenders. I feel like they go to 2. And last card up for the go to 2. I feel like Torag, it's possible. I know this card does promote Exceeds, but like everyone's like, oh, Torag goes in everything. And this will make it so people might run Tour Bus, and Tour Bus is an awful card to draw, as you guys know. If anyone has played Tour Bus, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like, drawing Tour Bus is awful. It's like, oh, I don't want this card in my hand. But yeah, Tour Guide is a contender that could possibly go to 2, and I feel like, you know, that's not bad. It's not going to, like, ruin Tour Guide, but it'll still be good. And then for the last card, this is kind of like, I always want to pick, like, one card that everyone will be like, why is that card coming back? Just because Konami likes to, you know, have some fun, give us some shock value, I'm going to say it's possible that Dark Magician of Chaos could come back. Because remember when Blackluster Soldier got reprinted, and we were joking around like, yeah, that card's going to come back, right? And it came back, and then one of our friends was talking about this card coming back, and they're like, yeah, it's going to come back. We're like, no, that card's, there's no way this card's coming back. And it came back, and we were all like, no way, that's insane. And so like that's why I feel like it's possible. And this card just got reprinted, and it's possible that it could, you know, get to see some play at 1. Obviously at 1. That card at 3 would be insane. Especially if Reborn goes, maybe like Heavy goes away, like, remember, Dark Magician of Chaos is only good as far as what the spells are in the meta. So, like, obviously, we have Dark Hole, and we have, like, Monster Reborn right now. So this card would be still pretty good, unless those cards get hit. But, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any cards you felt like I left out, you felt like cards should have been banished, cards should have been brought back, let me know in the comment section below, because I'd like to know what you guys think. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.